Making sure that we are going to be live. Are you sure you want to end it? No yet. No yet. I haven't even started yet. Okay, so let me go ahead and double making sure that everybody can hear me. Oh my goodness. So let's see over here. Nos falta. Okay, estamos ahorita en. Okay, checking connection. Alrighty, so welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being watching this new episode where we're gonna be talking, or where we're gonna be having a new class. And the new class is gonna be how to improve our vocabulary. So that's gonna be today's lesson, right? But before I go any further, I just want to make sure that everybody is able to listen to me in the different platforms where we are right now streaming. Right now we are streaming on Facebook. We are also streaming on YouTube, and also we are streaming on Instagram. So everybody, hello, welcome, and we are about to start in a couple of seconds. But first, let me make sure that we have audio, right? If you guys can hear me, it will be great that you can tell me if you can listen to the audio itself, right? So let me see something over here just quickly. Okay, let me see right here. One second, everybody. One, two, three. Testing, testing. One, two, three. One, two, three. Yeah, it's working. It's working on YouTube. And let me see if it's gonna be working also as well on Facebook, right? It's working on YouTube. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Everybody, welcome. For those people who are just tuning in, today is lesson number 2 in our improving and developing a speaking skill. And the main reason that we are doing this it's because we want to help you out with your speaking, especially for those people who has finished already their levels of English, but they want to improve their speaking skills, right? So we have the program. Let me go ahead and talk to you about it a little bit. We have the program, and the name of the program is, let me see. Yeah, can you see me? Yeah. The name of the program is I Speak. And people on, let me see, people on, okay, so here we are. Okay, there you go. So, the main mission, the main vision that we have in our program is that you find more opportunities by speaking English. That's it. That's our vision. This is what we are expecting that you find in our course. By you just speaking English, you will have other opportunities out there where you can actually improve your income, improve your quality of life, and help the people around you, right? That's our main vision. Now, how do we actually do this? We have a program. The name of the program is I Speak, and we work with vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, and coherence. The previous lesson number 1, we were talking about a little bit what involves when it comes to speaking. And when it comes to speaking, you need to make sure that there are 4 main stages. Stage number 1 is grammar range, vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, and coherence. that actually it will let you know if you speak English or not, right? And we do this through our methodology, which is IELTS methodology, which is an exam that is globally accepted. And what the exam does is measure or levels your English speaking skills, right? Besides that, something else that I want to add about the iSpeak program is that in our iSpeak program, you have more than 120 topics to talk about, right? And the main idea of this topic is that you have different ranges of vocabulary or topics where you can actually improve your English speaking skills. The good thing about the programs or the benefits that we have is that the program itself, it's only 3 months, right? We have live classes online from Monday through Thursday, and we have 2 different schedules. One is from 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. and the other one is from 7 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. The good thing about this is that we also have Saturdays. And Saturdays, what we actually have, it's our Radio Nica Lingua program where we speak to people around the globe. Last Saturday, for example, we were talking with different kind of people from different countries. We were talking with people with Cameroon, Nigeria, China, United States, and Ukraine, for example. And people that are actually improving also their English speaking skill. Another benefit of our iSpeak program is that the maximum capacity we have for classes or for group is only 6 students. Being honest with you, 6 students is more than enough in order for you to have a group of people where you're gonna be improving your English speaking skill. And as you may know, well, the classes are live classes. How does it work? Okay, so it works like using our Zoom, right? We use a platform which is Zoom where we have our online classes. We can also have another platform where we storage all the materials, all the lessons that you can have access 24/7, and you can download the material and study on your own previously to the lesson, previously to the Radio Nica Lingua program. So we have a person on, let's see, on Instagram, and this is Brian Garcia. Brian Garcia, it's my pleasure having you today. Welcome. If you have questions, you are more than welcome to drop your questions in the comment below on Instagram. But also you can visit our channel, which is Nica Lingua YouTube, in order for you to have, if you want to be, if you want us to answer your questions as well, right? What else? What else do we have over here? So we have, hello, Maria Teresa Rocha Ramirez. It's my pleasure having you today. Thank you. She's waving. We waving back to you. Hello. I hope that you can see us and listening to us clearly, right? That was on YouTube and that was on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay, we're still waiting for people on YouTube. Alrighty, so if you have questions, guys, just drop your questions below and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions. And so going back to our iSpeak presentation, the process, the way that we work, it's basically on Pareto rule. We focus on what are you doing, and we pay attention to the most common errors that you are doing whenever you are speaking when it comes to your fluency, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar range, and coherence. Based on that, we actually make a plan that will help you out to improve, or will help you out to get the progress that you are really looking for. So what we do is an exam, and in the exam we evaluate your English speaking skills. And obviously once you are evaluated, we are going to be working on that plan. So at the end, we also have private sessions where you are getting feedback constantly in order for you to have a better opportunity to improve, right? So once you do your exam and once you are approved, then you can go ahead and get started. So just for you to have a better idea about what we do, this is our website page. Our dream is that you also have the opportunity to look for our dream is that you also have other greater opportunities in order for you to take them just by the fact of speaking English. And this is what we work on: vocabulary, pronunciation, fluency, and coherence. And our main objective is that we want to improve your English speaking skills with more than 120 topics to talk about, right? So if you have any question, obviously you can go to our website. You can actually leave your questions in the comments. You can leave your WhatsApp number, your email address, and I'll be more than happy to get in contact with you so we can talk about what is going on. All right, so people, since we already have given this introduction about the I Speak program, one of the things that I want you to actually talk about is our today's lesson. And in today's lesson, everybody, we are going to improve our vocabulary, right? So one of the things that I want you to keep in mind is the following. Sometimes we believe that once we see, read, listen a new word, a new phrase, our brain automatically will record it. And being honest with you, this is a fake, it's something that is actually does not happen. Why does not happen? Because in order for us to keep something in our brain, we need to repeat it as much time as possible in order for us to have it in our long-term memory. So in other words, guys, in order for us to have something in our long-term memory, we need to identify the word, we need to repeat the word from time to time, and also we need to involve those words with our emotions. So the process of learning or acquiring new vocabulary actually helps us a lot. So let me see if you can guys see it from there. Let me just make sure that my camera, it's gonna be working fine. Oh, yeah, it's much better, I think. Alrighty, so in order for you to read it better. So this is the conception that we may have. Sometimes we want to read something, sometimes we want to listen something, sometimes we want to watch something and we read the new word, we watch the new word and we want to record it in our mind immediately. But sad story, that does not happen immediately. One of the things that we need to do is to work on that so we can have a better progress in our process of learning new vocabulary. Now, some students, sometimes they call my attention and they say to me, oh yes, but it's tedious, that we're gonna be learning one word at a time. Yes, it might be the process, but believe me, this is much, much better rather than just reading a list or memorizing a list of words of a topic. Let me give you the our today's objective. Our today's objective is how to study vocabulary effectively, right? That's gonna be what we're gonna be covering today. How to study vocabulary effectively. So our main core or the tablet of contents that we're gonna be covering is number one, does it work? Learning vocabulary list. Previously, I remember when I was starting my first, second, and third level, my teacher used to tell me, all right, in order for you to improve your vocabulary, you need to learn 100 words a week. So at the end of the month, you're going to be learning 500 words. So at the end of 3 months, you're going to be learning 1,500 words. So you believe that just learning list of vocabulary is gonna actually help you out, but this is gonna help you maybe in the short term if you're going to do an exam, if you're going to do a test. But in real world, in real life, this is not gonna help you at all, because as long as the time pass by, you're gonna be forgetting what you have already recorded in your mind, because you just learn it for a short time, right? Now, the second thing that we're gonna be talking about today is how to record new words. How we actually gonna learn the new words that will help you, that will help us out in order to improve in our English speaking skills. And the last but not least topic is gonna be how to practice the new vocabulary. So we're starting right now, and I want you to take a look at that list. What do you think about that list? Do you think that by learning that list is gonna help you enough in order for you to improve your vocabulary? So let's imagine that we want to talk about sports, right? And your teacher tells you, okay, this is the list that I want you to learn for the week, and now on Friday we're gonna be talking about this. All right, okay, so yes, you might have the capacity. Your brain is so powerful to retain this word for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for a month. But believe me, at the end of a certain amount of time, you're gonna be forgetting this word, because this is not actually the way that the brain learns. The way that the brain learns is by association and involving your emotions. Every single time you learn a new word, you put it into practice, and you have the opportunity to practice the word that you just learned. So in Nicolingüe, what we actually do, this is the way that we work, right? In order for you to learn new vocabulary. And this is something that if you want to improve, you need to do it on regular basis. The first thing that you need to have in order for you to improve your vocabulary is to buy a notebook and to have a pen or a pencil. Why I'm telling you this? Because our brain is so powerful, but at the same time is so lazy, that whenever we see a word and then we go to Google Translate and translate the word, we automatically say, okay, I know what the meaning of the word, and that's it. That's the only effort that our brain does. And by doing that, obviously, is damaging our process of learning new vocabulary, and it's wasting our time. So even though that you're thinking, oh no, we need to write down every single word in a new notebook, believe me, this is the best way for you to actually learn vocabulary. And we call it the 3R process. And the 3R process involve reading, right? And the fact that you are gonna be reading, the fact that you're gonna be listening, the fact that you're gonna be watching, all right? These are the inputs that you are taking from these sources, and where there is a new word, there is a new expression, there is a new idioms, you write it down in your notebook. So one of the first things before you improve your vocabulary, guys, is to get a notebook. Now, second thing is obviously to record the word. We are going to record the word. And last but not least, we are going to review it, or we are going to practice the new word, the new idiom, the new phrasal verb that we are just learning. Now, so you might be thinking, how can you actually record new words? The ways that you record new words is through the following method, or the following criteria. In order for you to understand a word itself, you need to pay attention to the word itself and its pronunciation. You need to pay attention as well to the meaning, and to have some example provided by the sources where you are getting this new word from. And additionally, you need to have some synonyms and antonyms, making sure that you will have the proper collocation of the word, and will help you add a lot in order for you to have the opportunity to make sure what other words can you use with the word that you are just learning. And last but not least, this is most important part, is that you need to have your own sentence, right? So all the process that we have right here, it start with the word itself. How do you pronounce the word? Making sure that you are going to be able to pronounce the word correctly. Then what's the proper meaning? What's the proper examples? Synonyms and antonyms. And last but not least, make your own sentence. This fourth step is very crucial, because this is where you are involving your emotion, because next time you will have the opportunity to talk about that particular topic. It will help you to involve your emotions, and will be recorded in your long term, right? So that's what actually happens. Now, I got an exercise, guys. I got an exercise where you can actually have the opportunity to take a look at it. And the exercise is the following. For example, we have just right here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So let's go ahead and read this together. This is by Linda Gaddis, May 22nd, 2020. So this is just released 6 days ago. And it says the following, right? While staying inside our homes is helping to shield us from the pandemic, missing out on time outdoors might alter our risk of catching diseases in other ways. All right, so we got the introduction over there, and then we have our first paragraph. For the past 2 months, a sizable chunk of world's populations has been shuttered inside their homes, only stepping out for essential supplies. Although this might have reduced our chances of being exposed to coronavirus, it may have had a less obvious effect on our immune system by leaving us more vulnerable to other infections. Alrighty, so what are the words that in this paragraph you don't know about? Write them down, right? If you don't know the words, write them down in your notebook, right? And this is the activity, this is the exercise, this is how you're gonna be actually learning new vocabulary. This is the input. This right now is just by reading. You can also have different other inputs by listening a podcast, or watching a series on Netflix, or watching something that you really are interested in, right? So, for example, we get a couple of words that I'm going to explain you today in order for you to have it in your records on how to actually improve your vocabulary. So we got the first word, which is gonna be, let's see, it's raining outside right now. So it's gonna be shield, right? Shield. We got another word, alter, sizable, and shutter. So how's gonna be the process of recording new words? All right, number one, as I mentioned before, word and pronunciation. Since we already know what's the words, or what are the words that we found in our article, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 words right there. Now, one of the things that we need to do is to actually do the process of recording, right? Word and pronunciation. Number one, shield, right? Shield. We got the word, and beneath the word, we have its pronunciation. After that, step number 2 is that we need to look for its meaning and example, right? So the meaning, according to the online dictionary I found, it says that something or someone which is a shield against a particular danger or risk provides protection from it. Alrighty. So we're getting a little idea about this. And we have the example, right, from the same source. He used his left hand as a shield against the reflecting sunlight. We're getting a better example about it. And number 3 is synonym and antonym. So we're talking about shield. We have the meaning. We have the example. We got some synonym, which is guard, protect, safeguard, secure, right? So by knowing what the word is, by knowing what the synonym is, and by knowing the antonyms, which is attacked, exposed, and threat, we have a better idea on how to use this word. Now, the 4th step is to write down your own sentence, right? Make your own sentence. And I have 2 sentences for you. And the first sentence is, Jesus is my rock, sword, and shield. And in fact, that's true. I'm Christian, so that's my sentence. And this is the sentence that I just wrote down. However, I also wrote down another sentence in order for you to have another better idea. For example, a sun blocker is a good shield against the sun. So as you can see right there, we got the word pronunciation, the word and pronunciation, shield. In another lesson, the lesson of tomorrow, we're going to be talking about pronunciation, how to improve pronunciation. But right now, we are talking about how to improve our vocabulary. Second thing is meaning and example. We got the meaning, we got the example just beneath right there. And the third thing that we need to do is synonym and antonyms. We got synonyms over here: guard, protect, safeguard, secure, attack, expose, and threat are the antonyms. And last but not least, to make our own sentence. And this is the thing. This is the best way that we actually are going to improve our English speaking skill through vocabulary. Now, something else that I want to add that will help you a lot is that you can either, in your notebook, look for some kind of image that represent the word that you are actually learning, right? So in this way, your brain will keep it longer, and next time you bring the topic on the table, you will be able to recall it. Now, we got another word, right? Alter. We got word, pronunciation. We got the meaning. In this case, it means if something alters or if you alter it, it change, okay? We're getting closer to what alter is. Then we got the example. They have never altered their programs by a single day. And synonyms and antonyms: change, turn, vary, transform. Those are synonyms, and antonyms will be remain, maintain, and keep. And our last or our own sentence will be, in my case, for example, will be the order of factors does not alter the products. It's something that we have been learning in high school when we were studying math, right? And we got another picture. So that picture represents to me alter, right? So I can recall every single time that whenever it changes or turn or transform, it's going to be alter, right? And the opposite of that will be remain, keep, maintain. Now, the other word we just watched or we just read in our article was sizable. Sizable, according to the meaning, sizable means fairly large. In other words, big, right? So Harry inherited the house and a sizable chunk of land. So he just got a huge piece of land. Synonyms of that will be large, considerable, substantial, righty? And the antonym will be tiny, little, and small. Our own sentence will be Teleton, right? An organization that we have here in Nicaragua, raises a sizable amount of money every year. This is what I think, right? It's a large amount of money, and that's good, right? To helping other people with some disabilities. Now, Another example, whenever you have an hamburger and sometimes the hamburger is so big, so the hamburger is so sizable, it's big, it's large, so that you can even have a good bite of the hamburger. So that will help you, or that will give you a better idea of the word itself, right? And the last word was shuttered. Shuttered, right? Word pronunciation. Then we go to the meaning, which is gonna be shutters are wooden or metal cover fit on the outside of a window, right? So the metal shutter of his shop was ripped off by the blast. That was the example that I just found on the online dictionary. We got some synonyms, which is blind, screen, shade, and curtains, right? And the antonyms will be unshuttered. So our own sentence will be that some companies, this is actually happening around the world, and especially as well in Nicaragua, some companies has been shuttered since the coronavirus outbreak. And in order for us to have a better idea about shutter, remember the picture itself that will help you out to keep it a little bit longer. So businesses, shutter, they are closed. Their windows are just covered, so you can't see anything over there, right? So this is actually how it does work. Now, and obviously, the process of learning, of the process of acquiring new vocabulary does not end in these 4 steps: word pronunciation, meaning, example, synonyms, antonyms, and our own sentence. It ends by repeating, right? By reviewing. So the main idea is that you will have the habit of getting a new input or getting a new word from different kind of sources. It could be your favorite book, for example. It could be your favorite series. It could be your favorite news. It could be your favorite program on TV, where you actually get at least a couple of words a day, and then you do this exercise. And you complete the whole process of recording the word, and then day after day you can review it. Now, so in brief, people, so please stop learning vocabulary list. Being honest with you, if you are going to do an exam or test or quiz, obviously it's going to help you in the moment, but in the long term, it's not going to help you at all. So don't learn vocabulary list, because it's wasting your time, your energy, and you are not learning properly. Number 2 thing that you need to remember is to buy a notebook. You know, this is the best investment that you can do before you actually even buy or go into an English course. In order for you to improve your vocabulary, you just need to buy a book and pick your favorite method of input. I said right here, pick a book, but also you can watch a movie, you can watch series, you can watch news, or you can watch soap opera, so something that actually calls your attention, where you can actually have some new words and write those new words in your notebook, finding the proper way. You know, the challenge is that you at least find 15 new words per week. That will help you a lot improving your vocabulary. You might think in 15 words per week, it's not enough. We need to find more words, perhaps. But the challenge is that at least you do it with 15 new words per week, and you are gonna be able to record those words per week. Righty? And you know the process of recording, which is pretty much looking for the word meaning, the word pronunciation, synonyms, antonyms, examples, and make your own sentence as well. And the most important part is review them, right, from time to time. Let's imagine the following. Imagine that just today Tuesday, you were able to pick your favorite book and start reading it, and then you found 15 new words. So you work on those 15 new words for the day, for the rest of the week, right? Once you have those 15 new words, you repeat them every single day, 5 minutes a day. You try to repeat and you try to remember what was the word about. So at the end of the previous week, you will have the opportunity to review the words that you just learned today. And once you have the opportunity to remember them, those words that you already actually are easy for you to remember, you just skip them or you just save them, right? Or you don't need more to repeat them. You just need to put it aside, making sure that you already know that vocabulary. So that was pretty much today's lesson, everybody. That was today's lesson. So the question is, are you ready to speak English? Right? That's the question. And obviously, if you are ready to speak English, just keep in mind that we are just more than welcome to help you out. We are just ready. We have two different schedules. One is from 6 to 6:45, and the other one is from 7 to 7:45. You know the process. The process is that we need to find out what are actually the areas of opportunities that we need to improve in order for you to reach that level of spoken English that you actually need, so you can have better opportunities. Remember that our vision is that you can also have better opportunities, and obviously you will have accomplish one of your dreams of having a better English or better English speaking skills. So let's see what else do we have right here. Well, guys, this is actually what I wanted to share with you today. Tomorrow we're gonna be covering pronunciation, right? This is lesson number 3. You are more than welcome to participate. The idea is to start at 6 p.m. But sometimes for technical issues, we start between 6:30 or 7 p.m. But anyway, so I hopefully expect that this lesson was helpful. And now, since you already have this information, the only thing that you need to do is to put it into practice. So I just want to say, guys, one more time, thank you very much for your time. It was my pleasure having you today. People on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, you can actually you can actually ask your questions in the comments below, and we will be more than happy to answer them. So everybody, have a good night, and see you tomorrow between 6 and 6:30 with lesson number 3.